Nobody can come and bully us in the church. Pay me this before I play, before I sing. Nonsense.
Thank you. And the Oba Sunday on play onboard drums, number pumping, no track guitar.
Sesi aburo kese abusuan ageta e wo montimanka hawe so social media montene so aye pin so pending Dag Heward-Mills akọ cancel member na akọ patron akoyi nika amesi ameka say artist manager Bulldog Arnold Baidoo any MCI Yeboah omo bege kan omo adwen pa dia atre no gumbere supplement dey in fact omo be gobi asema so pending e wo kan ye ahayi Penyah block media mesra say ni dey mo obe like video down mo subscribe button na ba click notification icon no latest updates na ba chere wa adwen dey amame e wo comment especially oba so na she more for so enya bi ahwe ye hwe video wi mra
Edit.
Okay, so when your friend bottom power, Mrs. Anya will be bottom power. She bottom power. Aha, when your friend bottom power. What I say? We more any friend bottom power. Bottom no dey. Your power. But I talk no dey here no collapse. It you na bottom one na. Ye nya name cool like. What I say? We dey betray. We never answer mu. So for Dag Heward-Mills, when him say we're a worldwide preacher, I say, or Accra, or was souls in the congregation across the globe, no. I know she pay ye to preacher a toss more, others or Kasama, a Tom for some, and I see him no. And what the preaching be born as or church, giving to church workers. Say, Omomo ye, Juma, son them prepare, more deacons, any deaconesses for, Omomo tronium, Omomo bought drums. About guitars need at the ade, Mommy adwuma or asori fie no. Aketua asori de ma wo no. Na se o preach e de fa e no kirem say sebe nyansa bia anim so betua omomu ye aso na madwuma. Obetua omuka na adom no omunya anekwa. Enti wo so de makwa.
You just love money. Now in the ministry you must not love money. You know there are many people who are walking around here who are working, but they are all doing it to be paid. Let me tell you something. In the ministry, Jesus said, freely have you received, freely give. Ministry is not a business. There are so many people. You have to pay them to do anything at all. You must pay them to play the piano. You must pay them to sing. You must pay them to be ushers. You must pay them to stand at the door. You must pay them to do security. You must pay them to be pastors. It's all about money, Many years ago, I decided I will not pay for certain things. When you pay for everything, you remove the element of sacrifice from the church. Why are those who play and sing and dance? Because they love Jesus. Nobody can come and bully us in the church. Pay me this before I play, before I sing. Nonsense.
What I say? Munya ne kwa Yesu bo wonsa no anyu miska. Wanu no de ma free. E jare na besa obeto nwum a. Ye ma wuska. E to ne de. So no Dag Heward-Mills power pa ne de. O ma to nwum na so dem emeje one city kurada. Debi. O few. Na so no kan na debi. Bulldog say so Penyah. Me bu pa no so me de sebe o kan nkwaseasɛm.
Say or kase. This is na me brother I explain no. Ni say. So or kase onu na sorry. Ebia oye bibi mo mu. Ohwe mu ko school. Oye onu no omu aduane. Onu no to atare mo mu. Onu no otua omu rent. Onu no oye omu bibia ntu omu bebo ade no free a. Meti ase. But if it is a general statement, I'm sorry to say you're kind again, nonsense. Because onu Ojina asoyo or kasano yetianika.
What do you mean, Shadeni?
Oh, Samu.
Oh, boo. Me, home, so
sorry, de bia.
Me, ma, sorry, dear.
Yetiamu, Pastor,
me, suffer a tonic.
Good. Nampacho, Papa, no. Yeah, you huni progress, baby. Your fee, yeah, call ye way, no call ye way. What building the church? Sikana and for the man now, the ayeni who you know, so the ma ebimu kakra, a problem. That means yes, you now. I think say me share that story, but I think that there's a portion in the story of cars or no or born instruments in it.
Yes.
Thank you. And the bass Sunday or no pay onboard drums, no board pumping, no track guitar, no tune, not bibian yet. How? Same penny for we. I know so a film saying National Cathedral for no me
Dabi.
Hey.
Why resign in Pacho? Why resign?
But no can before.
Why resign in Pacho? Or resign in Kransana. Or the first person who film in Pacho. This round.
Okay.
Hey, boo.
Oh, say me busake ke na mama me say we resigning.
Boo not dey.
There be Pacho. Sometimes ye peace ye da kakra na nkofo ba nyane ye.
Auntie now that is.
We da sure asema udi
Eno nyane.
That nonsense we fire no ye you were gotana. How would you speak like that? It's as you.
So music school.
Music school or school fees.
There be.
On your light bill.
So light bill na sorry nature.
Sorry man in the chair. Yes, sorry nature. Yes, it is the people and you sorry now we seen in the because the building cannot generate money. In Kwafone ba no mutu asase karo. In ahin na obetu ya Kwafone no mo omo ahin band of 6 and 7. Ahin na obetu omo. No, it's sad. Ubeda mansion mu. Ewo properties be bree. And na the obo gbodongba no nam gbodongba sa. No. Empress, una mu kwa sorry. Ade na mu to me. Nyame no musum ni sen. Eh. Munyamu impo sumpo ni na ga go.
Onyame sumpo.
No ne.
Doesn't know that.
Aden. Charlie, omo ni bibi kan omo yedin. Manya mu onu kro to tax.
Ade si say hu so.
There be sorry be na to tax.
Oh,
sorry be na to tax. Mpacho che mi.
E bi o ye adwuma bi a o tua tax. Sorry pade. Sorry to cement.
Papa no mi ni adwuma bi o ye mi ni ni profession.
No a doctor.
Mi ni.
Nene di ade eni ye we
Easter fire.
Yes, you will not sorry to me seeing in
there be mo na mo ye ne ku Yesu no mu. Musuba we na de ku Yesu. Yes, why am
I me enti video. Wo de tie video no say de betumi aka me down.
Okay.
People who do things for money. You know, in my church I said I'm not going to pay people to play instruments because I play all the instruments. I play piano, I play guitar, I play drums, I play everything. I don't see why we are paying for that. And I got all the children in the church and I set up a music school, and every child in my church, you have to learn how to play the piano. All the children in the church know how to play the piano. Nobody can come and bully us in the church. Pay me this before I play, before I sing. Nonsense. Here we don't pay. You can play because you love Jesus. If not, go. And the people who were playing the instruments were all hired people. They're paid to play instruments. In my church, we don't pay people to play instruments. Never. We teach all the young people. We have piano school, music school in the church. Every young person, the children, all of them learn how to play all instruments. Yeah. We don't pay you to play instrument for God. Why should we pay you for that? We don't pay people to sing and to play instruments. It's an honor and a privilege for you to do something in the house of the Lord.
No. My boy, no money man come on board.
Sound.
Nkwaseasɛm pa no kan no. No, nkwaseasɛm. No. mpatro me use bibia or farming cockot and nkwaseasɛm no kan no
tie ɛno no de obeko UTV
oh ye nyina ebeko
debiti nyabote
jale I don't know defend
Debbie or say use word no use here nonsense no man be
okay me use nonsense your kind of nonsense again him mpatro what is nonsense
and then say
it's nonsensical like you boo it when person may you see stupid ni foolish me person may use stupid me use but your nonsense no can no should you can why should we pay you to no okasa wo on your tianica
and they mean
and na mama chel wo ni nkofo no mutu omo boss ye omo kra na hey boo hey there be a brainwash that yeah god Sunday we make on sorry o
ukoye dey
me ko catch and said your kind of nonsense and
this is a very unfortunate statement coming from a man of God. You know, that a lot of people reference and all of that. Now, the arguments about social media, and a man for betrayal will say, or cassette or no, not sorry. Minim craminim sa sorry, I can say, sano. They have a board, they have, you know, council, those things that they represent. And if on no, Penyah or Dan, no, cassette, that means na sorry, no. Sa no mo person mo yede, one more year. And person yema mienu na me person menka say we are instrumentalist, we are musician, and become musician and me qualifying with instrumentalist na. Na wakome mu ene wadwen mu woni nyankopon akwa pam say me nyankopon adom akyede a wodi adom me pese me de ebo afore wo wasori wo conviction ni wo faith and e try wo say wo pese wo ye dey wo yes wasori a there is no problem. Number 2, so we are instrumentalists. Na on a regular Sunday, ebi a say na ye kwa sorry Sunday, ya kwa sorry, ya bompa wato nyom ne nyema na I know the it's normal no ye osomo no sa na tie. Enti osofo Dag Heward-Mills asema a wo kan. O se na sorry. Ogidi say sebe impredua san. Nyanse nimu say ubetua instrumentalist ka. Na sorry there no gidi enti no we instrumentalist now ko na sorry now that so te honum dia ene to jewa away from that empress you see asofofo f is very funny how asofofo num be finding a way to downplay the value that music adds to their ministry. There's something I call the faith enterprise, faith business, and then sorry baby and your business. And you're some sorry baby. Of course, sorry baby and your business no more running. Yes. This enterprise we are managing your faith. And you know juma wa mo yen. Enti sa wo kwa sorry. Now we are instrumentalists. Obo instrument, and that thing that you're doing in the church is taking a chunk of your time, and your pastor is finding ways and means to tell you that ya menyankopon wachedie ewo osura himemu and adebendeba run away from that church with the speed of alacrity because your pastor is robbing you of your livelihood. O kasanosi instrumentalists be woha omoda sorry them. There are people that omajum obi woha na duma chede nyankopon dia no. Ebi mo so spend time, effort and money to invest in that craft. And wama yeden oma mature craft no. And to say we realize this say we be an instrumentalist or a musician. Now we be jina ho na obonum na sa enyum na obebo no. And no so can we be nema we keep you with church members whether you like it or not. If it is that easy, go to church every day and go and pick microphone and talk and then yapon yenko. Music plays an integral role in worship and preaching. Na ekosom. I will tell you the story of a man of God in Ghana, Reverend Sam Kranche. He is a man that doesn't play with music. When it comes to now, sorry, I was a Royal House Chapel member. And Reverend Sam Kranche is one that's obejina stage, na o preachy, now we bought instruments, now bonya, he will stop you Why hear you cry? Some of the catcher no. Em says I don't know basa because he knows what music does for his ministry. Reverend Sam Kwachi Akra enya asofo na. Once asofo bi wo ha ye kwa sorry ya, omo be twen ya, omo ba be preacher no. Reverend Sam Kwachi Akra, he will come, he will worship, he will praise before he mounts the podium because he understands what the music and instrumentalist does for his ministry. And then sa asofo bedi no kra ma omo ho asofo no mu bi bedi no kra ma omo ho. And sorry Bebre invest heavily in musical equipment to do what? To hold their ministry. Because who also preach no raising you or expect to say instrumentalists no so. And big shout outs to Lord of Royal House Chapel. Fantastic drama. Ain't no memma obi and dada will say wajuma na wo ye no wakwetia wo so obwa or dada wakwetia na wasase su haya. You need to be paid for that effort, talent. Now, do you know how many millions people are making just by playing guitars and all these instruments? Don't let any pastor deceive you that music goes hand in hand with the preaching business. It goes hand in hand. Don't let anybody deceive you. Now, Empress, let me bring it down. I mean, be in common kakra. Because in common way, send them di kanka, you know. Papa sema walkano. I mean, also for Dag Heward-Mills sema walkano. No, now sorry, I don't believe no. So we instrumentalists now also will carry a part any music now better now a toje wa. But let me in common Empress. Only must say, a source for be wo krom ha. If he say one more shas ye di software, omuntu rented. If he saw more shas ye di software, omo masco fees are sorry ne tuya. Omo rent asori na tua aduane omo di wo mu fie asori na tua ebi mu ho a omo nyehwe asofudie na do omo die. That is why in a country like Rwanda unni adwuma bi ya wo medi sofo me pa cho de ameka no tema say enti say instrumentalists spend a chunk of the time during the day at the church, and you tell me that person is not supposed to be paid because he is working for God. Are you not working for God? If you read Matthew chapter 10, Ekona, or see mama musra se mumfa nkotu to ahonhom ene ne ekeka ho no. Ahonhom no mo nkofo mo musan wosra no asofofo ayeso wo mu ka nyankopo ase. Enti ye ba ne se wo mu a eni se wo mu gia ketu yakra e ya asofofo. Hey. I'm telling you. For why does a pastor have to be paid and an instrumentalist should not be paid?
Tio, Papa na sem no kind or kawo no na sorry.
No, make us no na sorry then they different.
No na sorry for no. Because na e school na ye kind. Lawyers wo, doctors wo, your personal job.
Me te ha, mama come asem. Give me space. Me say only practice no practice one na sorry. And if you're no sorry, two instrumentalists now who say your career path now better. I don't have a problem with that. That is his church. But me be common him. Aba one brainwash these instrumentalists now. They still live from hand to mouth because they believe that whatever they do, no, they are not supposed to make money off it.
Okay.
Asafu for bebre yetua wo muka.
Okay.
Me pacho collection tithes any nyama keka wa yeje wa sorry dem no. Why na betumi aka chem so wa twede special bi o de furu koma nyankopon wo soro. I dare see, I am daring some people. If GRA should call all pastors and churches in Ghana and they say they want to run an audit, you will realize that majority percentage of them, no, they don't do anything apart from asofudi.
Meaning any problem. Because you see, Dag is not the only one and now so for Penyah or what's her mentality, no? Say and yes say obe serve sorry ni biti auka. He will not be the first.
He will not be the first.
Me concern with video no and send me or kind any tone.
At your tone now,
I felt say na ke say or title or no arrangement or what
for the church
and the members. But on making it look as if say so before yeah sorry no or the instrumentalist bar sorry no to and nonsense. Do you understand how he put it? Na video no me critically. Asemi ba kon kan I don't mean say ye catching ha or say watch out for people who do things for money. anyemede.
Oh, na nyawo.
Yeah, watch out for people who do things for money. And I'm thinking, say, wait, sorry no nkasa no kutemo no. They do stuff for money. Members no no. They all do their respective stuff for money. Ono nkasa Dag Bishop. He does stuff for money. Empress, my name catch you. Books not
stuff for books.
Oh,
books not. Now some books in here print are free.
Free. So wait. Ni book. Woko Amazon. Loyalty and disloyalty, Dag Heward-Mills. Now you $10. Say I'm going to turn to $2.99. The Beauty, the Beast, and the Pastor. $9.99.
Arnold.
Church growth, is it possible? $9.99. Church planting, $2.99. The art of shepherding, with the $12.50. And one more, Judas. Who is he? Call for $7.50. $7. Yeah. So
we need your own personal.
Yeah. So
now book no. I was somebody say. No. Any knowledge.
The comments no pass say.
Oh, munya botre. I am not flow.
Yeah.
I'm not the naka and person bisana.
Comments no pass say about watch out for people who do things for money.
One day your problem.
Until I make church, you say.
Okay.
Virtually everybody in that church, does something for money, including Onwangasa. He's selling books for money. So,
maybe I not say it's called my charity. You don't know.
Now, video not say nobody can bully us to pay to come in. Who? How? See,
breathing.
So why your arrangement? I empower members. We train you almost on that's okay. But once you move out of your domain, now the person is not bullying you. So who move out of comfort zone? Now so minister instrumentalist back on no me training no sorry no arrangement no or yare. So you need to fall somebody else. Somebody else not all ban. He's not bullying you. Yes, you understand? Once you move out from that your zone. Now also okay, contract another instrumentalist on can arrangement no that person is not bullying. Also want a system any arrangement.
Any arrangement. It is any planning free now. Sorry, okay, an arrangement.
Yes.
Okay.
So don't stand and say, oh, me sorry, nonsense to bring an instrumentalist. No. So you create the impression say almost our conviction. No say. We need to pay musicians and instrumentalists. No, that's what my concern is.
Okay.
Because almost the justification. Empress, I mean, so I can't Bible be but listen to this. 1 Chronicle 9:13. Oh, and these are 1 Chronicle 9:33. King James. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. Mama, last one. Nehemiah 11:23, King James. For it was the king's commandment concerning them that a certain portion should be for the singers, due for every day. So the also no arrangement they say based on scripture no, I need to pay instrumentalists, I need to pay musicians no. It's not being nonsensical. I hope you get me. So don't stand what the other two members said they should serve, and because of that, it's no why power more training we do that persona in their minds they are serving. That's okay because serving too is key.
Okay.
We need to push the spirit of serving within the churches. That's okay. But do not, under any circumstance, frown on the before also believing. All the others are not no problem.
Okay.
Tout no arrangement. and let us believe that our arrangements no correct. But do not say obedient no so you know one of the strongest conviction and nonsense and nonsense. Because on also scripture Pastor Ayeka say he mentioned and he gave you backing.
Yeah.
So don't say because we know our arrangement is perfect no only any nonsense. No, it is not. It's a mystery. Moving forward, no. On focus on no need and tout it more. Because the next other preacher, no, like Pastor Akese, no, would not agree because on also on a different conviction. Okay. It's a best say because our topic were tricky. There are some who actually believe they need to pay the instrumentalists, motivate them because or life to live. Good. Obviously, people say no. Once I'm giving you the necessary resources, save. That's also good.
Okay.
It's a tout there and don't rubbish will be there. It's as simple as that.
It is a wedding somewhere. Bulldog away artist manager. Yeboah. Any Arnold Baidoo. Abakeka. Eracha Dag Heward-Mills of Penyah. If as much can say what you are instrumentalist kawas for them. It doesn't make any sense. When it or more and tell who I just said. Oh my baby, ever see me so. Was a two oh dear, two ever commendation. What is your view on that? Tell your mommy, ever commendation. Hi, Penyah Block Media.